Do you think Brady's play is concerning now these past 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, it's concerning because it's not what's expected of Tom Brady. But we also saw some of this last year, right? Think about the Chicago Bears game, and they come out of the game, I think it was 11 or 12 penalties. Brady's asking for an extra down, and we get Bruce Arians upset after that. And then you go later on in the season, they get blown out at home by the New Orleans Saints. Brady doesn't play well. This defense doesn't play well. The team that we saw in the playoffs was a different team than we saw throughout the regular season. We also have to keep this in mind about Tom Brady. Right now, there's no Rob Gronkowski. Right now, there's no Antonio Brown. And there was a lot of us, a lot of times we look at Antonio Brown, we looked at him as like auxiliary, right? We looked at him as like lagniappe, like extra. But he's a necessity for this team. When the Chris Godwins and when the Mike Evans aren't getting open and aren't making plays, a guy like Antonio Brown became the X factor. Rob Gronkowski was the security blanket. Right. And so I think you're missing some of those players. Right. The defense isn't playing great, and you have some pre-snap penalties. These things can be changed, but you got to go to work and do it.
Well, listen, here's the thing. And this is the thing that I need. I'm not worried about Tom Brady. He did not play stellar football yesterday. We all know that. Right. He had a few of those games last year before he really turned on the afterburners in the second half of the season. What really stands out to me is the defense again. And although we recognize from the very beginning of the season that they've been rife with injuries, the one thing that can't be ignored, you got Mr. Muffler himself, Taylor Heineke. What does he do? 13.
Why you call that man Mr. Muffler?
Heineke.
We get it.
Okay, I mean, that's all it is. But, I mean, I'm proud of the job he did. I know he performed well in the playoffs against Tampa Bay, okay? And the bottom line, he played against them again yesterday.
Right.
13 of his completions went for first down.
Yep.
I can't ignore that. That makes me look at the defense. We rave about the greatness of Todd Bowles as a defensive mind and the defensive coordinator. Yeah. We raved about how Tampa Bay's defense came on in the second half of the season. Well, guess what? We're still waiting for them to turn on the afterburners, to really amp it up. I totally agree with you about the offense. Come to me when Antonio Brown and Gronk is on the football field and tell me you're going to have problems with this offense. I don't see that happening.
Right.
Okay? What I see, however, is a defense that needs to get their act together because they scared no one. And what they're going to have to do is make sure they amend that.
Can they? Let me tell you something now. Let me tell you something. No. To let somebody drive 19 plays.
Bro.
Right there.
10 minutes.
Plays, over 10 minutes. So when I saw the question about Tom Brady, I said, I asked about Tom Brady. I mean, Tom had them right where he won. If you just give me one stop, Tom comes back and we win the game and he has another fourth quarter comeback, another fourth quarter win to add to his great resume already. But you couldn't stop this for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You got to go in the locker room. It's going to take more than a shower to get this off you. This is something.
Hey, that's that stink that don't wear off.
This going to last. Yeah. This goes into the week, and you got to hope and say, you got to look in the mirror when you put toothbrush to tooth and say, was that us? That can't be us. Who was that? Because before you step on the field next week, Tom Brady ain't the problem. The manhood of everybody on that defense must get checked, and they got to check it at their own door.
And the big thing about this is, like, you got to see them rebound the way, and I know you're going to love this, the way the Dallas Cowboys did.
Yes.
Right?
How are they answers his downfall?
Stephen A., I know you don't want to hear it, but here's the thing. So, and Mike knows this.
To the rest of the world, not just Stephen A.
And Mike,
I am the world. I am the world right here.
We all. This is first take. This is not Stephen A.'s world. This ain't Stephen A.'s world, bro.
This show, I am the world. I am the world. I'm the only cowboy hater. On this show.
Bro.
Okay? Now,
I'm so tired of you.
You can be tired of me all you want to. You're not tired of the You mimicked my suit last week. That's what you did right there.
Stephen A.
Oh, yes.
The point I'm trying to make in your world is, in your world, the point I'm trying to make is, the Dallas Cowboys were able to get coached hard last week. When you lose to the Denver Broncos like that, right, you can go into the meetings and now you don't have a rebuttal. You don't have an excuse. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, they don't have a rebuttal. They don't have an excuse. They have to elevate their play. Todd Bowles can go into that meeting and say whatever he wants to them in whatever way he needs to say it to them because their manhood does need to be checked. To be on the field for 10 minutes, Stephen A.
Who's disputing this?
If Taylor Heineke plays the Tampa Bay Buccaneers every game, he'd be an All-Pro. It is about Tom Brady. Tom Brady needs to be better, but this team as a whole, Bruce Arians challenged this entire team. The thing that I put on Tom Brady more than anything is and you know, Bart loves this word, he's supposed to be a force multiplier, right? The Tom Brady effect
Yeah, but
is
Bart
supposed
does
to
use that
resonate.
word. He does use those words a lot.
That's
Force
his
multiplier.
that's his favorite word.
That's his favorite. Yes, he does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he does.
One last quick thing.
Go, you got it.
They were being, this was the challenge.
Yeah.
This is what happened on the challenge. They lost going into the bye. Coming out of the bye, they were challenged. And they produced
Guess
this.
what?
That's why they got to go in the mirror and say what happened.
They have the New York
and who is that?
Football Giants on Monday Night Football. Then they have the Colts. Then they have the Falcons. All right,
So you saying they're gonna get right against the Giants, Molly?
Hey, the Colts ain't
I'm
no
just
easy
trying to
fight.
figure out why
I
you go off like that. Who disagree with you about Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense?
The Colts
The
ain't no easy
playmaker made a
battle.
good point. I was following the playmaker's point. Apparently, in your world, that is not allowed.
Okay.
Right?
Can I just
You should allow it with that terrible Marvel list you put out.
Did I not just apologize? Watch your mouth. Be respectful, man.
Oh, my
Be
goodness.
respectful, okay?
How do you
Okay.
follow up the apology with watch your mouth? I just want to mention also, despite the win, potentially a huge loss with Chase Young.
Yes.
Yeah,
Might have torn
God bless.
ACL
Yeah,
could be
no,
done for the year. He's a special talent.
Yes. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.